Welcome to Building Images for Deploying Windows 10 Enterprise. Oh boy, this is a giant topic. I've taught 4-day classes that cover what we're going to look at in about a half an hour, so let's not waste a minute. The areas that we're going to be covering in this module include upgrade and migration paths, the latest Windows Assessment and Deployment Kit for Windows 10, how to create boot images, how to create install images, and a new WADK tool called the Installation and Configuration Designer. Now first, let's discuss the various different pathways that our fictional company, GlobalMantix, can follow in moving from older versions of Windows to Windows 10. Earlier in this course, we discussed the different editions of Windows. GlobalMantix decided on the Enterprise Edition because they want all the possible features. Well, the next big decision is whether to perform upgrades in place or migrations. That is, saving user data and settings, doing a clean install, and then retrieving user data and settings. Now, the upgrade in place method is appealing in that it automatically retains user profile information, applications, and settings. That is, as long as it's not necessary to move to new versions of applications to support Windows 10. And it saves these steps of exporting user profiles and then re-importing them after the operating system is installed. If things go haywire in the in-place method, Windows Setup might automatically detect the problem and roll the computer back automatically to the earlier OS. But even if that doesn't happen, the installer can roll back Windows 10 as long as she does it within 30 days. The upgrade can be managed and scripted by enterprise tools, which we'll look at in the next module, so that's a plus. On the downside, GlobalMantix might see some inconsistencies between upgraded systems and other systems that were clean installed. For example, access control lists for files could be different. This is one reason that IT pros have traditionally favored clean installs and migrations over in-place upgrades. Now, if GlobalMantix decides to listen to Microsoft's urgings and goes for in-place upgrades, it's covered in terms of Windows versions. The in-place upgrade works well from all recent versions of Windows, except, that is, from Windows RT, which shows signs of being an orphaned platform at this point. However, not every edition of Windows 7 or 8 can be upgraded to every edition of Windows 10. You can go from home to home, pro to pro, and enterprise to enterprise. You can also upgrade from Ultimate to Pro, but not Ultimate to Enterprise. Looking at the Windows 8 scenarios, it's a bit simpler. The basic no-name Windows 8 can upgrade to Home Windows 10, Pro upgrades to Pro, and Enterprise upgrades to Enterprise. Now, the migration scenario requires a separate process for user settings such as documents, pictures, music, preferences, browser settings, and so forth. Now, they have to be moved off the machine somewhere for safekeeping so the clean install of Windows 10 doesn't delete them, and then moved back onto the machine after the OS deployment. That means more time, and it also means more storage is likely to be required. The migration scenario also means that applications have to be reinstalled post-OS deployment, as they can't be migrated like settings can. And we all know why, right? That's our good old Windows registry in action, making application migrations challenging and usually more or less impossible. On the plus side, we do end up with a very consistent OS platform after a migration, and our enterprise tools can help manage this process so that it becomes at least partially automated. Also on the plus side, we can migrate to Windows 10 from pretty much any Windows version from XP forward, except the mysterious Windows 9, which never saw the light of day. I'll let you Google the various theories for that one, from 9 being an unlucky number in China to Microsoft wanting to avoid any confusion with Windows 95 and 98. Who knows what the true story is?